Couple minutes and counting till the beginning of today's Vinyasa class. Let's see here. Just a little bit. So go ahead and set up the space. Grab what you need. Maybe hydrate a bit. We are going to begin. Still in a couple minutes. Play some music if you'd like. If you go to my Spotify, Gabriel Benjamin on Spotify, you can see a lot of different Vinyasa Yoga playlists. The Hatha Flow playlists work fine too. Even the deep Hatha would work well enough. Anything. The core is more fitness work, like pop culture, modern rock and roll songs, and the Relax Deeply is probably too gentle, but any of the Hattas or Vinyasas would be good playlists for this. You can play your own favorite music. You can do no music. Run the heat if you want. If you don't want to heat up the whole house, if you have a space heater, you just face it at you. That could be a good way to get a little bit more sweaty. And if you're a hot-blooded person, you love fresh air, open the windows, do whatever you want. And you may hear me repeat this as more people will log in, and we haven't officially started yet. We still have about a minute or two to go. So we're going to just relax. Maybe I'll do a warm-up stretch a little bit. Lead by example. Classes typically have warm-ups, but warming up before class is always a really good thing to do. You don't need to wait for the teacher to instruct your warm-up, or you don't need to wait for the teacher to instruct deep breathing to get a head start on that. If you're an injury-prone student, then warming up before the teacher comes to class or starts the class is a really good way to have injuries hurt less or be less likely to create new injuries. So warming up is good. 2 thumbs up for the warm-up. And then you can take those thumbs and point them at your chest. All right, it is officially time to begin. So let's go ahead and begin standing. And have the feet parallel, legs and the spine long, and the arms just hanging down. Nice lift of the chest, openness across the chest, and the shoulders back and down. Glutes tap a little bit, draw into the core, and take a deep breath. Breathing until you're very full. Inhale. Letting the breath out slowly. The exhale. Continuing. Deep, deep breath. The breath is the main source of flow we have in the flow yoga. And when we're flowing with the breath, we're always in the flow, whether we're holding poses and experience stillness in the body or moving. We want the breath to be flowing and very smooth. So let's go ahead and warm up slowly. We'll lift the arms, continue the breath. Twist side to side. Keep the hips relatively square as you twist side to side. And come back to center, relax the arms. Let's roll the shoulders. Very smooth. Do both directions. And roll the elbows. Both directions. And rolling out the wrists. Both directions. And we'll do another wrist exercise where we paint the house. And then bring hands on hips. And roll out the hips. Both directions. We'll do the knees. And we'll do about 4 or 5 each way. And stand tall and lift the arms. Weave the fingers and push up through the palms. Draw into the abdominals. Bend and extend the arms. And breathe deep. And then lower, switch the finger that's forward, re-extend, and then stretch side to side. And when you're ready, come on back to center and relax the arms. Let's do some half salutes now. We'll go ahead and inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, fold down. Uttanasana. Come into a half lift. And then fold more fully. And then half lift to straight back lift. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms relax. And again, inhale, arms up, abdominals in. And fold down. Come into half lift. Full fold. Straight back lift. Rise up. Arms relax. Again, inhale, arms up. Fold down. Half lift, strong back. Fold down. Straight back lift. Rise up. Arms come up. Arms relax. And again, inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold down. half lift, full fold, straight back lift, rise up, arms relax, and just take an extra breath. We'll go ahead and take half sun salutes, this time with more direct motion. So you take a lift and then touch down, hold the shins maybe, have a flat back, stand up, and repeat. Touching down, flat back to stand up. You might need to bend the knees. Continuing. And next time you touch down, take downward dog stretch. Lift the hips high and have the head relaxing down. And knees come on the ground, come to cat, and roll out the back. And when you've done 4 or 5 of those, take some little bows. You hug the arms in, just lower a little bit. But really work on that hugging in of the arms. Ground through the feet, use the core to assist the arms. Switch to having the fingers face each other. Try and have the shoulders and the wrists in line. And keep that form, elbows in line with wrists as you lower and lift and use the core. And then hands facing forward. Push back into the legs. Downward dog. Walk or lightly hop. Feet to hands, fold over the legs. Bend the knees. Chair pose. Standing pose. Samasthiti. And again, in chair pose. And then fly the arms back. And inhale, lift the arms. And arms back. And arms lift. And repeat. And then hands down, walk back, downward dog pose, head down, hips high, press forward through the hands. And take child's pose, resting the head on the folded arms. Remember, you can always take rest in child. We're going to work a little bit more, build up to a nice peak of effort, but how much effort you do should be decided by you, suggested by me. Ultimately, everything's your decision. Let's come back to hands and knees. And then lower. And inhale. Lift to easy cobra. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Again, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift with the hands. Arms send back, half locust. And come on down. Inhale, lift. Legs and chest, basic locust. And then arms back, locust. And come down. Next is cobra, using the arms a bit. Opening the shoulders and the chest. Exhale, lower. Take the arms overhead. Inhale, extended locust. Exhale, release. Hands come back and take cobra again. Come on down. Bring the hands closer to the low ribs. Inhale, upward dog, or you can just lift to neutral. Focus on lifting and opening up in the chest. And draw into the core and push back. Downward dog. And knees on the floor. And let's go ahead and take lateral cat rolls. Getting a very thorough warm up in today. And that will help when we get to deeper openings and harder holds. So after having enjoyed the lateral cat, we'll take a plank, a long plank, and then move in and out of downward dog. Plank to dog, taking about 5 planks. And plank, and put the knees down, and then lift the knees up, and put the knees down, and lift the knees up, and put the knees down, and lift the knees up, 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 and put the knees down, down, down. And then lower all the way, and inhale, cobra. And come back down. Bring the hands to low ribs. Inhale, upward dog. Draw into the core. Exhale, downward dog. And then walk or lightly hop the feet to the hands and fold over the legs. Next is chair pose and standing pose. Another round. Chair pose, Utkatasana. And then forward bend, back to plank. Right knee down, left arm up, side plank. And then come back to hands and knees. Do a hands and knees push up, a cat bow. And then left knee down, other side. Side plank. Come on down. Normal plank. Stack the legs, left arm up, side plank. If you'd like, you can come down and add a push-up, or just leave the push-up out. Hands and knees push-ups are good modifications too. Other side, side plank. Do kickstand if you need, or knee down, otherwise feet together. Come down without rushing. Option to add the push-up. And downward facing dog. Walk or lightly hop. Feet to the hands, fold over the legs. Straight back lift. Arms up. Arms bend. Arms extend. Arms bend. Arms extend. Arms bend. And hold a little bit. Draw in the core. Draw in the small ribs. Breathe. Extending the arms and relaxing. And go ahead and separate the legs about 3.5 feet. Open up the arms and open the right foot. Take warrior two. Keep the knee open, the abs in, hips level, and the glutes kind of tucking down. So deep and breathe deep. Spread the toes. And then relax arms and legs and open up the left foot. Open it all the way, facing forward or even excessively open, especially if your hip and knee is tight. Take warrior two, second side. Sitting nice and deep into it, breathing deep into it. And then relax arms and legs. Open up that right foot. Turn the back foot up. Take warrior two. Draw into the abs, warrior lift. Stay neutral lift, or if it feels good, go back. Reverse warrior. Keep lunging deep. And then take side angle. You could do elbow to thigh or holding the ground if you can keep opening in the chest. Back to warrior two. Arms and legs relax. Doing the left foot. Warrior two. Lift, drawing the core. Maybe go back further. Keep lunging, keep the knee open. Side angle. Back leg super strong. Back to warrior two. And then relax everything. And bring the feet closer. Open the toes and take goddess squats. So you bend down and stand up. Use the hands to help the knees widen so you're stretching in the groin. Do a couple more. And bending the knees, use the hands to help the knees widen, glutes down, abs in, and then you can have the arms up. Sit low, stand tall. And come on up and relax the arms. Slowly bring the feet closer together. And then come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, plank pose. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Lift the right leg high. Bring the knee to the nose. Tuck the chin. Lift the leg high again. And then step up. Right foot forward. Crescent lunge. Sit low into the crescent lunge and lengthen the back leg. Hands down. Left arm stays down. Crescent twist. Right arm up. Come on down. Plank position. And if you like, add the vinyasa. Lift the left leg high. Knee to nose. Lift the leg high. Left foot steps up. Crescent lunge. Sitting nice and low into it. Super strong back leg. Arms up but shoulders down a little bit. And breathing, always with the breath. Hands down. Holding the plank. Legs strong. And if you'd like, add chaturanga, up dog, downward dog. A little rest in child. Remember to breathe and be steady. And come on up to sitting or kneeling and take a big step up with the right foot. And put the back foot down, rise on up, sit low, warrior one. Take a half bow, and lift, and then a full bow. And lift, make a spin, face the back, warrior one facing back, strong back leg, open knee and foot, deep breath, and make a spin facing the front again. Hands down, downward dog. Child's pose. And come on up. Sitting or kneeling, take a big step up with the left foot. Warrior one on the left. Half bow. Inhale, lift. Full bow. Inhale, lift. Spin, face the back leg. Make sure the stance is wide enough. The front foot and knee is straight or slightly open. And sit deep into warrior one with the back leg super strong. And then make a spin to the front leg again. Warrior one. Deep breath. And then hands down, lift up the back heel. I think we missed the twist on this left side after crescent. So let's make up for that now. Get the runner's twist in just for a couple deep breaths. And then come on down. Take a chaturanga or go right to dog pose. Otherwise, up dog, down dog, or maybe the extra chaturanga. Deep breath in downward dog. Walk or lightly hop up, feet to hands, fold over the legs, straight back lift, and arms lift, arms relax. Go ahead and have the feet together and take tree pose. You can just do toes on the ground, heel on the lower leg or foot on the calf. If you're able to, have the foot high on the thigh and maybe hold the wall if you need. Dig the heel in and open the knee. Open this hip. Have the arms lifted a little bit overhead. You could do hands to heart, but if you're able to have the arms very extended, do that and breathe. And we'll do the other side. The heel digs in, this hip's back, this knee is back. You can have the arms lifted a bit, do hands to heart, or have arms extended. Your choice. Whatever helps you to balance. Holding the wall is also good. Arms relax, and then relaxing the leg. Let's go ahead and take forward salute, and then plank pose. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Deep breath. And knees on the floor, child's pose. Coming on up to sitting or kneeling. Big step up. Again, warrior one. Low position with the thigh, strong spine, square hips, integrated core. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp the hands and stretch. Stretch back and either stay like this or do the humble warrior. And draw into the core. And come on up, back to warrior one. Sitting nice and low, back leg super strong. And downward dog. Child's pose. And come on up to sitting or kneeling. And take a big step up with the left foot. And take warrior one on the left side. Sit low and stand tall. Hips are squaring. Squaring action of the hips. Give you more of a stretch. Breathing. This is a meditation with breath. It's physical exercise as well, but it's a breathing exercise to create the experience of yoga. Clasp the hands behind the back. Stretching the arms. Either stay like this or bow down more. Keep the back leg strong. And draw into the core and stand on up. Back to warrior one. Exhale. Downward dog. If you'd like, work into the upward dog or add into cobra. And draw into the core. Downward dog. Knees on the floor. Turn to the side and walk or hop the feet apart. Lengthen out the spine. Take deep breath. And draw into the core and stand on up. Open up the right foot and the arms. Turn the back foot up a bit. And take warrior two. This time holding. Knee open. You should be able to see the first or the first two toes. Arms lifting. Deep breath. Spread the toes. Arms and legs relax. Let's open up the left foot and open it all the way. Turn the back foot up, leveling out the hips. And taking warrior two, and opening the knee. Arms lifted, holding, breathing, 5 rounds. Arms and legs relax. Centering the feet, hinge down. Point the toes in a bit. Deep breath. Either hold the ground or hold the ankles. And when you're ready, bring the hands back to normal position and stand on up. Bring the feet closer together. Open the toes and bending the knees. Using the hands on knees, hands help the knees widen, sit low, and bring the arms up. Sit low for 1 or 2 more breaths. And then stand tall. And bring the feet closer together. And come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale. Plank. If you'd like, add chaturanga, up dog, downward dog, deep breath. Knees on the floor, elbows down, walk the legs way back, and then take plank on the elbows. Keeping the fire burning. Enjoying stillness and the grounding quality that being close to the earth provides with the breath. Next is the Sphinx pose, enjoying the release of those muscles, enjoying the breath, reaching back to the legs and the feet and the tailbone. And extending one arm overhead, roll to whichever side helps you to see the screen the best. And then lift the side leg a few times. Holding the head to help stretch the side body a little bit. And then when you're ready, lift and rotate the knee up. Hold the knee bent. This is all you need to do. Or hold the big toe, extend the leg a little bit or all the way. And if you're losing your balance, you can hook the bottom leg, and that will give you a lot more balance. So otherwise, eventually both legs are straight. Opening up in the hips, breathing deep. And release. And switch sides, do a few leg lifts. And open the right knee and hold the knee or hold the foot and extend the leg. Go ahead and release. Let's come back to face down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Use the core to lift and push back. Dog stretch. Walk or jump to the squat pose. And if you'd like, add the crow. You can bring the knees high in the armpits and come onto the tiptoes. Round the back and squeeze the core. Just stay on the tiptoes or bring the feet together if you can. Deep breath. Pushing through the fingertips, steady gaze. Stay here or come down anytime. You're ready to come down, come back to the squat. And just breathe. Come on up to standing. Have the feet together. And then bring the right knee into the chest and open the hip. Stay like this, maybe hold the hip. Or if you can hold the foot and extend the leg a little bit or quite a bit. The hand can stay on hip or arm out to side. And this is a nice challenge pose for strength and balance. Also flexibility in the hamstrings and the hip. Have a steady gaze, concentration, and deep breath. Let's do the other side. Release smoothly. Open up the other side. Lift the knee open. Use the hand on the foot, on the hip. Extend the leg. And leg extends and then the arm comes out. Or keep holding the hip and take 5 deep breaths. And release that. Let's go ahead and take a forward salute. Gentle arch, tone core. Plank pose. Holding the plank. Keeping the fire burning. Lifting out of the shoulders, lifting the thighs, and lifting the lower abdominals as you tuck the tail to squeeze deep into the core. Lower all the way down. Bring the hands a little higher than normal and inhale. Cobra and hold. Come on down. Take another round of the Sphinx. And work on really lifting in the chest. Reaching back to the feet. And come on down. Using the core to lift and push back into the legs. Downward dog. Next, we're going to set up for a camel pose. So we can sit on the heels or between the heels. First, we're going to do just a modification stretch. And some people will just do this stretch twice or do your own back work, like extra cobra, locust, or bridge. Otherwise, hands behind you and puff up the chest. So it's kind of like doing a fish, but you're stretching the shins and thighs. So open the chest, shoulders back, deep breath. And then come to neutral. We're just going to do a twist very briefly on each side. So twisting to one side and then the other. If your knees hurt, you should be doing modifications. Maybe sit on a block or a pillow. We're going to do camel from the ground. If you like to lift up and lower your hands back to your feet, you can do it that way. The way I usually teach is from the ground. It's a little harder, but it's more even, and it builds the core. Builds the legs, builds the core to lift. And if you get a good lift in your chest and it feels good, you can take the head back, but only if it's working for you. Really work on opening up the ribs and the chest and breathing deep. Yeah. Come on down. Let's come back to downward dog. Right knee forward, swan. And if you'd like, bring the hands back and open up in the chest more, like a cobra. Deep breath. Final phase is to extend the arms. Very strengthening for the back, so only do it if you can breathe into it. And then hands down. And come all the way down and let the back rest. Bring the hands in place and come on up. Exhale. Come back. Downward dog. And left side swan. Make little adjustments as needed. You can sit on a folded towel or cushion. Bring the hands back. Open up in the chest. If that doesn't feel good, don't do that. You can keep the hands more forward. Otherwise, work on that opening, that great muscle tone in the back. Openness in the chest. The breath is full and deep. And if you like, arms extend. And then forward bend. Ready? Let's go ahead and come on up. Exhale, downward dog. And knees down wide. Let's take a wide child. Stretch the hips. Breathe and rest. And lift up when you're ready and adjust so the legs can come out from under. Setting up for Navasana, bend the knees and tuck the sitting bones back. Lift the knees high and the chest high, and point the toes and extend the legs and extend the arms. And then go ahead and lift the arms as you lower the legs, coming right into Dandasana. And arms relax down, knees bend in, hips back. Let's do that again. Knees high, chest high, extend the legs, arms out, keep lifting the chest, and then lower the feet as you lift the arms, working on creating unison in motion, the feet lowering as the arms come to full placement. And then keep that lift of the chest and take Paschimottanasana. Deep breath. And when you're complete, go ahead and open the legs just a little bit and roll out the hip, gently massaging the inner and outer thigh. Continue to sit tall. Other side. And when your hips are nice and loose, we're going to sit cross-legged, and we're just going to sit with the eyes closed for a little bit. So have the hips back. Rest the arms on the thighs, sit super tall. Close the eyes, and let's just take 5 deep breaths. And come back to the body, take a little bit of a forward bend. Release that forward bend. Switch which leg is crossed in front, hips back. Rest the arms on the thighs. Sitting up tall. And closing the eyes, we take 5 deep breaths. And we'll take a nice forward bend. Coming on up. Adjust till there's plenty of room and roll to the back. Take knees to chest. Feet to earth. Butterfly pose. And just relax. 5 deep breaths here. Yeah, knees lift. You might want to place a cushion, a block, or just your hands under the hips. And we're going to invert the legs and hold for about 45 seconds to a minute. Doesn't feel good, come down or put the legs up the wall instead. If you're really digging it, you could do longer. Your choice, just breathe. Release feet to ground. Open the arms, extend the left leg, roll up onto the left hip. Take the right hand to the left thigh. The left hand to the right thigh. And keep both shoulders grounded. Hip side stretch. Deep breathing. Switching sides. And when you're nice and complete, take Shavasana. Let deep breath transition to soft, effortless breath. And take this time to really relax, close the eyes, and let go. Let's go ahead and deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Come back to knees to chest. And gradually glide on up to a comfortable seat. Do a clearing breath and then 3 ohms. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. And then inhaling for Om. Namaste. All right. Very good, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. Today's class has been Vinyasa. We do this on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tonight's class at 6 p.m. is called Deep Hatha, much more of a holding poses based practice, even though we move a little bit. We strengthen, but it's a good stretch practice. We typically do excellent twists and hip openers. So join for that or any other Tuesday or Thursday. That's the consistent schedule. Leave a donation if you can. If you're not able to, don't worry about it. Keep practicing for sure, but it helps if you share links with your friends. So share the YouTube link or the Facebook link with your friends, both people who can afford to donate and can't. I want everybody to train and practice. So thank you for that. Drink some water and take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube. Thank you, YouTube.